What time is it? Time to kick it with Kool-Aide. Welcome back to another episode of Discovering, Uncovering, and Recovering Music for the Soul. This, y'all, is my first visual. See, I got my little new mic stand, got my little setup back there. You can't read my words that says, never let anybody dull your sparkle. What? And then I got my happy Kool-Aide Care Bear in the back. What? Okay. So today, I say that I was going to be using this podcast as therapy for myself. So today I want to talk about it. So go grab your cup and fill it up with whatever you want to now. PG-13. This is water, y'all. This is water. All right. So I had an amazing weekend. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. So I decided to make a video and talk about something that hit me and also give you my song of the day. So we are going to discover what my issue was this weekend, uncover the background of how it made me feel, and you can tell me if it made you feel the same way. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, and leave me a comment at the bottom about this video. Go share this with anybody else and hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time that I upload a new video. So we're going to discover, uncover, and then we're going to recover by bounce back. All right, so today I want to talk about family and loyalty. Want me to say it again? Family and loyalty. Being there for others who are not always there for you. Being there for others who are not always there for you. What does that mean? You want people to support you, and people tend to want you to support them, right? Right. Okay. And that be my issue. So excuse me, y'all. I know sometimes my diction may not be right, but bear with me. I'm new at this getting in front of the camera thing. So I'm gonna keep it real. It's gonna be raw over here. Raw. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what happened to me. So I've been in plays, I've sung karaoke, I've had birthday parties, I've invited people to movies and let's get together, but there's always an excuse, regardless of what it is. It could be my car's not working, I don't have any gas money. It could be I'm not feeling well today. They don't show up for you. And where I work on the weekend, for people to know that I host, and that is one thing that I say throughout my show, actually at the beginning of the show, I'll say, okay, I don't care what color you are, where you came from, there's somebody in this room who family did not show up for them today. They left them stranded. They had an excuse why they couldn't show up. So we're going to make sure that everybody has a great time because we're all going to support each other. I'm huge on that. Like, granted, I'm stupid busy. Like, people in my life, they know I'm dumb busy. And when I'm at home, I do be wanting to relax. Like today, I was on the phone. I did some catch-up phone calls with a couple of people. And long story short, I got invited to a place. You know, I'm gonna give a little bit of the tea, but not too much tea, okay? So I was invited to a place and I was like, I'm not going there. And the question was, well, you know, I want them to really meet you and I think it'll be a good experience for you. But at the same time, this particular individual never supports me. They have not been to any major functions, and I think it's been about a year now since the last time I seen this person. So for me, it was kind of like a slap in the face for someone to be so excited to have met somebody from their past, and they took the time to drive. Dude, we're talking about an hour away. Do you hear me? An hour away to go visit this particular individual. But events that I have are local. We're talking 10, 15 minutes within the perimeter here in the city, and they will not come. I mean, I can go back like 2 or 3 years where it was like a major event in my life with one of my sons, and they did not show up. And they literally, oh, I want them to meet. I'm not going. not doing it. I am not going to continue to be supporting people who don't support me, or me going out of my way or going above and beyond for people that won't go above and beyond for me. And my thing is, I'm a loving and genuine person. And when I do things from the kindness of my heart. I don't do things with any set expectation. Now, it's just frustrating, and y'all tell me in the comments if it's frustrating for you when you feel like you're doing more than somebody else is doing for you, right? It's like a slap in the face, especially if it's family. It really hits closer to home when it's family. That's how I feel. But it is what it is. So I had to take like a breather, literally a couple of days where I was like, I can't even talk, because you don't want to say the wrong thing, or you don't want to, upset the person or come off as being a, beep, beep, bad person. But it's like people literally don't think or see anything wrong with what they do. It's like the craziest thing. Like, people don't even really see anything wrong with it. And I don't understand it. To me, it's a problem. But anyway, that's one thing. So y'all tell me about that. Number two, when you're doing something for somebody else, and when they do it for you, it's out of convenience. What are they going to get out of it? So are you coming to support me? Are you coming to do these things for me because you're getting something out of it? I think I was on Instagram, and I can't quote it right now, so I apologize. But there was a video where it said, people do things for you not because they love you and not because they want to. It's because it's the gratification that they're getting for themselves for doing something for you. So it's really selfish, to be honest. I'll give you another example. And like I said, I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus. But when you go out to a place, like I do karaoke all the time. And I kind of cut back from it just a little bit because, one, I don't want to throw my voice out. The sound in bars and stuff, people are talking really loud, so you tend to find yourself fighting against the music and fighting against the people in there. So then you overexert and abuse your vocal cords. And I'm recovering from vocal cord surgery, so I'm not interested in going back down that path. But nonetheless, when you go into these places, you tend to find people, when you go out, they want to claim you or claim to know you or act like y'all have a certain type of relationship that's not there. And like I said, this is going to be raw, respectful, but raw. But I really want to get the input for other people. Like I said before, I made this podcast for therapy for myself, because I want to know if I'm crazy. So if there's somebody else out there that understands what I'm saying and can relate to what I'm saying, please leave me a comment. And if you disagree with what I'm saying, please give me your feedback, and I'm willing to accept it. But when people do things for you only for themselves, it's annoying. It is. It's annoying. Because then you lose the trust of trying to determine if this person can be trusted, or if they're only doing something for you because they're getting something out of it. That's a hard battle, a hard thing I feel to try to go against, whether it's family, friends, somebody close to you. It's tough. It's just tough. But how did I deal with it? Let's uncover that. I tend to just don't say nothing. I kind of just keep it in the back of my brain, and then I call one of my friends, and then I'll just be going off, and I'd be like, I know they'd be like, girl, I don't want to hear that, but I'll be going off, and I don't tend to think that I let people walk all over me, but maybe I do, and I just don't realize that I'm doing that. So y'all tell me any advice, or tell me if you've ever experienced that. Now, like I said in my first 1.5 video, for right now, I am not going to draw out my podcast right now. I don't want to seem like I'm lecturing. Like I said, this is therapy for me. For me to be able, when I'm pissed off or I get frustrated, I'm going to get on this camera and I'm going to get on this podcast and I'm going to vent, and I'm going to see and accept all of the feedback and response from people that's following me and those that's following me or listening to my podcast and following me on YouTube. I appreciate you and I appreciate the love and I thank y'all so much. So like I gotta take a drink, y'all. A little parched. All right, so, but like I said, nobody wants to feel like they're being taken advantage of, which is why I focus so much on mental health and therapy and peace of mind and taking a moment, like I talked about in my last, decompress, please, decompress. All right, so that's number 2. Then the final thing that I want to talk about is people coming back around you when you make it to your final destination. Are they really there for you or back around because they see you blowing up? Now, how many people have heard the stories over and over and over and over and over about people coming back around in their life that you ain't seen in 100 years, or somebody coming up saying, oh, that's my cousin. Who is your cousin? Everybody know that you got your brother, your cousin, your family that really ain't your family, but y'all family because y'all got history. And then another person in that group that you hang around and be like, oh yeah, introducing them to their people and be like, oh yeah, that's my cousin. And you be like, what? That's not your cousin. Just because you and I are cool doesn't mean that you don't even know that person. Weirdest thing. But nonetheless, I've experienced a little bit of that now, like phone calls out the blue. Why are you calling me like every day? Like, one thing about me, my pet peeve is I don't mind talking, but I don't like talking to people like every single day. Leave a comment if you know what I'm talking about. I don't like talking to people every single day. It's not that I don't want to, but it's like a relationship. You don't want to get tired of someone, you know? You don't want to get tired of someone. So it's like, I don't want to talk to you like every single day. So when you just start popping up out the blue, it brings up like a question mark where you be like, why are you like popping up now? And me, I try not to do that because I have certain friends, or I haven't talked to you in like 3 weeks. And you know that they genuinely mean that they haven't talked to you. Those are like were my 3 things this weekend that got on my nerves. Somebody being around me, or always wanting to be there for others but not being there for you. That's 1. Why are they around you? Is it for the convenience of themselves, or is it because they really want to be there? And 3, seeing your final destination but not knowing your journey, and then leaving you in a, like, for example, leaving you at a time where you probably needed them the most, and then when they see you rise up or you're doing better, then they want to start trying to come back around or ease back in your life. And then by then I feel like personally, and tell me if I'm wrong, you kind of like lose that trust. Like you lose that. It's like it's not there anymore, you know? But those are my 3 things. So we are 16 minutes into the video, and like I said, I don't want to be preaching. So today I got up, went out, got some sun. It was a beautiful day today. When I say beautiful, beautiful day today. I got up, made a couple of errands, turned on some music, went and got lunch. Then I came back and I did my favorite thing, sat in the car for a second. Then when I got in the house, I watched 2 episodes of, I think it's called, it's a new movie on Hulu. Well, it's like a series on Hulu. Reasonable Doubt or something like that. Oh God, I can't even, like, I don't even want to mess it up. So if y'all know what it is, please tell me, please forgive me. I know it's Reasonable Doubt or Doubt something on Hulu. I've only watched like 1 or 2 episodes, and then like I literally stopped because my mind is so focused on, you know, trying to get schoolwork done and do this podcast and film. I was like, oh no, I'm not finna sit here all day and not do anything. Then I scrolled through my Instagram, and then my homeboy posted this video, this dope video of his work area, like his studio area, with this song with DJ Khaled called God Did It. And then I instantly was like, okay, that's my cue. You got to pay attention to the signs. You got to pay attention to all the signs that's around you, all the way down to social media, to a piece of paper on the wall. I'm telling you, all the answers that you're looking for are always around you. So now let's get into the song of the day. So my song of the day is, and I've been listening to this song since Thursday. Every morning, this is like my hype song. And it's gonna be crazy because it's not really like a hype song, but it's I Deserve by Tank. Now everyone knows how much I love me some Tank. And I Deserve, we're not talking about the old I Deserve, we're talking about the new 2000 version, 2022, 2021, 2022 version, breaking down some of these lyrics and how I think they relate to my own personal life, right? So I'm gonna pull up these lyrics real quick. And again, y'all make sure y'all leave me a comment, like, share, and share this video with everyone and tell them what we're doing. I'm gonna pull up this notepad and, okay, so the first verse right here, it says, now keep in mind, we know this is a love song. I get it, but I'm still gonna dissect it because people sometimes do deserve what's coming to them because you be asking for it. And that's what I feel like it ties into my podcast today, because it may not be a love thing, but people deserve what they deserve when you do things. So there's a cause and effect. So when you do something and you call something, the effect is whatever you get. Okay. All right. So it says, how did he get the drop on me? Meaning, how did I let this person come in here and, you know, take what's mine? And in my personal life is, whether you're a friend, family member, whatever, you don't want somebody to take your place as your best friend, mother, father, which means like stepfathers, stepdads, you know, your kids, or people out there that be like, oh, you like my mama. If you don't want nobody to come in and take your place and replace you, you gotta love people. Be consistent, man. Be consistent. Love people the way you want to be loved, okay? All right, the second line is, how did he come and convince you to not be with me? I think that's what he's saying. These lyrics say something different. So if anybody know Tank or know the words, please let me know. But I think that's what it sounds like he's saying, not what's on this paper. But it's not hard to convince people not to do something better for themselves when other people are causing them pain. Agree or disagree? Okay. All right. So why couldn't you just rock with me? How long people think that you're supposed to be like B&B before you actually be like, okay, that's enough. I had enough. I need a break. Time out, you know? Then it says, I'm changing. I know you've been through a lot with me. I know I got an ego, and my ego wouldn't let you breathe. I know you've been through a lot with me. So people know what they be doing to you. Now, I love you, Tank, but I'm breaking down these lyrics. You and Jay Valentine, y'all wrote this song. So I'm just breaking it down on my view. It ain't the right view, but I'm just saying. So it says, I'm changing. I know you've been through a lot with me. And I know that my ego wouldn't let you breathe. That's a serious line. My ego wouldn't let you breathe. That means somebody choking the life out of you. How many people know what I mean about somebody choking the life out of you? Been there, done that plenty of times. Then it says, I know that the same ego never thought you leave. And they be having the audacity to think that you're finna sit there and deal with that for a long period of time. It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing to you over. What Erica Mena say to Safari? And again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Like, that again and again, just from them saying it, lets you know, yo, that's a lot. Okay, then the last few lines said, never thought you'd leave. I'm not crying, I got allergies. That's self-explanatory. Like, I ain't crying. I ain't crying. I something in my eye. Don't lie. And then it says, I be lying because I really want you back with me. Mother be watching you from afar, watching your stories, watching your timeline, following your pages because you ain't blocked them. And they know they want to be with you, knowing they want to pick up the phone and talk to you. This could be friend, family, ex-boyfriend, ex-lover. I don't care who it is. And they watching you and they will not pick up the phone because what did Tank just say? About 2 lines back, they ego Ego, 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 ego. Kill the ego, man. Just be yourself. Okay, and then of course, we got the, let's just skip down to the hook. If I'ma keep it real, I'ma keep it real. I deserve to feel the way I made me feel. Wait, I deserve you. I deserve to feel the way I made you feel. That's what he said. Then that I love, because even though I'm not a vindictive person, I do sometimes wish I can just be like, ugh, just throw it back at you. Take that, take that, take that, take that. But that ain't the right thing to do. WWJD, y'all. WWWJD. Okay. All right. So then it says, and I'm almost done. It was never you. It was always me. They know that. Family, friends, loved ones, they know that. They just be like, I don't know. You know that's you. It's always you, right? Sometimes it's not, though. I'll take that back. Sometimes it's you combined with that person, and then the two crazies like freaking hurricane. That don't mix. And then it says, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. Then he says it again. I deserve to feel the way I made you feel. It was never you. It was always me. I'm doing the most. My apologies. Listen, that is a seal the deal. So that's why these lyrics are like super dirt. This last line that says, I was doing the most. If y'all hear my cat in the background, please forgive her. She a brat. But it says, I was doing the most. Don't people be doing the most? Like putting on for your city. I put on for my city. On for my city. Doing the most. Don't do the most. Do less. Okay? But that is my song of the day. Tank, I Deserve. If you don't know it, go look it up. It's on Spotify, Apple iTunes. Also, it's everywhere. Anyway, go look up the old one. That's what I was about to say. Go look up the old I Deserve and the new I Deserve. Dope way that Tank freaked that out. So that's my song of the day. Y'all, this is the end of episode 2 and the first episode of the visual for YouTube. Darn it. I almost made it through that. I told you to keep it raw though. All right, y'all. So y'all make sure that y'all go subscribe to my podcast. It is now streaming on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music for Podcasts, and Stitcher, STITCHER. I am going to be adding more additional platforms. Also on YouTube here, Kicking It with KuleAide, and that's Kicking It with no G and Wit with no H. All right, we about to close out. Y'all make sure y'all meditate. Get your affirmation cards. Use that Calm app that I keep telling y'all about with the sounds. There's also YouTube videos that are free streaming online. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I am out of here until the next episode. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. It's your girl KuleAide, and as always, I want to know your flavors.